the move that I wasn't actually even supposed to say, not yet, I wasn't supposed to talk about this. I'm not going to give you any details about the fact that we have to move our operations out of the UK. I will have to keep my family safe. I don't really care if that's going to offend some people.
The other issue I want to raise today is the loss of freedom of speech in Great Britain, and how it's just shocking. And I guess maybe it shouldn't be too shocked considering the United States just went through this whole thing of cancel culture and the issue of freedom of speech, where the left just they believe in freedom of speech as long as it's their speech. Any different speech, any dissension, any difference of opinion, then that is hate speech. But as long as you parrot what they're producing, the left, the Democrat Party, then the First Amendment is okay. But once again, outside of that, it's not okay, and it is hate speech. So this morning I watched a live broadcast on YouTube from TousiTV, and this is a young man that I came across over the last few months, actually I guess since the Israel attacked Iran. His network, TousiTV, is a global news network on new media news network on YouTube, doing an outstanding job. But as he's finding out now, he's going through a crisis where the authorities in Britain are trying to basically how do we say it? They're basically, I don't know if they're to the point of trying to actually shut him down, but they're basically trying to turn it into state TV, in that they are basically making all kind of, I guess, restrictions or accusations against what he's doing. He has a new media conference that's coming up on, I believe it's August 9th in, I believe it's in London. And went through two venue changes because of, like the left, the radicals, the crazies are, I guess, protesting, threatening the venues to basically shut this conference down, this new media conference down. And it's just horrifying to me that this is happening in Britain. Britain's supposed to be the motherland, but I guess I need to get over my outdated nostalgia, because clearly they're closer to the fascism and World War II Germany than there ever could be to us now. And I don't make that comment lightly. There's reports of people being arrested outside of, I believe it was abortion clinics there, or whatever the issue was. There was individuals out silently praying about the issue outside of the clinic or what have you, and they were basically arrested and prosecuted and imprisoned just for silently praying about an issue, not messing with anyone, minding their own business, but expressing their freedom of speech and expressing themselves silently. And you can go to jail in Great Britain for silence, for your thoughts. They will arrest you. It's just shocking and unbelievable to me that Britain, of all places, it's not the seat of democracy and freedom. I mean, that's where we descended from, us Americans. And so for TousiTV to be going through this, it just kind of breaks my heart to see the amount of stress he's going through. I don't know that they've ever attacked him this way before. And so, I just send a lot of props to him, and lift up some prayers for him to get through this difficult time coming up. I really do hope that your future plans will lead you to the United States. We just went through this over the last 4 to 8 years with Democrats and engaging in cancel culture here in the United States trying to force religious people to do things against their faith. So it's not something that is just specific to Great Britain. The United States have went through it also with Democrats and the liberals here in the U.S. And fortunately for us, we have American exceptionalism. So we've come back from the brink. I'm not saying it is a dead issue, because they will always continue to fight to destroy this nation. They being Democrat voters. Let's not forget the people voting for them, Democrat voters. And the media, all of them are constantly trying to bring down America because they hate American exceptionalism. They hate reason. They hate law and order. All these things that lead to a orderly society. They hate religion. They hate Christians, and they particularly hate Jews. And I just don't understand how any Jew is voting for Democrats after seeing everything they do to undermine. Look at our colleges, the protests on Columbia University, Harvard, all these pro-Palestinian, anti-Jewish protests, attacking Jewish students, preventing Jewish students from getting to their classes. And yet these college administrations just sat on their thumbs, did nothing. They did nothing because they believe in the cause of Hamas, Hamas and all the other, terrorists, the Palestinians, anything that is against Jews, the left is in support of. So it is really a sad state of affairs. I guess Great Britain is way farther down this road to their society being completely corrupted. Once again, it's the same things that's happening here. You have this influx of immigration from foreign places, particularly the Middle East is of concern. You can see the unrest that has done to British society, because these individuals have no interest in being British. They want to conquer Great Britain, bring it under a caliphate, and basically convert everyone to Islam, and you're going to follow Islamic practices. And you can just see it every day, the protests. TousiTV, I encourage you to look it up on YouTube. A lot of great information there, but they're not just on the Islamic issue, though obviously it is a particular interest because of Tousi's background. But sadly, we see it here in America with the left, Joe Biden and Democrats, by taking away our southern border so that just anybody and everybody from any podunk country around the world can come through that southern border. And they did, to the tune of 20 to 30 million illegal and undocumented individuals that crossed that border during the Biden administration. It's just absurd. These aren't individuals wanting to come to America to be Americans. They don't want any part of American exceptionalism, the American responsibility to be self-sufficient, contribute to society, to our communities, service to one another. They want to come here to get what they can get, to rape this nation. They want to make money and send it back to their home country. They're all about themselves and where they came from. They have no interest in being American and working to build up America, the American values. What is American? Being an American, Judeo-Christian nation at its core. That does not mean the exclusion of other religions, but to be, American, there has been at least an acknowledgement of our Judeo-Christian background. You can look at our founding fathers and know that is clear and unequivocal. We are a Judeo-Christian nation. We are an English-speaking nation. We are a people that are individuals and self-responsibility. We're going to go out there. We're going to, whatever it takes, whatever adversity, we're out there struggling to overcome that adversity so that we can provide for ourselves, provide for our families, and have enough resources to even provide charity to our neighbors. being American is, law and order. We all are equal under the law. So I'm gonna stick my neck out there, and is it the 14th Amendment for equal treatment under the law? Either way, it's in our Constitution that we're all treated equal, and sadly, Democrat voters are against this, because otherwise, being American is equal treatment under the law, and that we all live by the laws. Being American is being a strong father and mother, being family oriented, taking care of your kids, raising them to be good members of society, and having a true appreciation for their country, and those instilling in them the values of patriotism and the things that contribute to an orderly society. Raise your boys to be boys, raise your girls to be girls, raise them up in the way you would have them to go, and you will raise good citizens for this nation, a posterity that you will be proud of. Gotta love the plane flying overhead just as I'm recording. So anyway, raise up those kids in the way you would have them to go. You know what society loves? The bad part of society loves? They love it when you don't raise your kids. They don't want you to raise. They want to raise your kids for you. And I can guarantee you, when you let society raise your kids, you're going to be very unhappy with the outcome, because society, in this instance, typically is going to be the left, and they don't want your kids to have any spiritual core. They don't want them to have any morality. They don't want them to have any individualism, because they want that blank slate, so they can basically ruin your kids, turn them against every value you may hold, unless you're one that subscribes to the leftist ideology, which is immorality. Anything that has morality, you're against. You're anti-religion. You're anti-science. So I don't get off on that tangent. But let me just go ahead and finish up. These are the things that make you American that I just covered. These are some of the things. I'm sure there's some things I'm not remembering at the moment. But I love America. I put 20 years into the military to ensure that America and its freedom continues to ring from sea to shining sea. So that's what it is to be America. Be a strong American. Be a proud American. Be a bold American. And just to wrap this up and tie it back together, TousiTV, my message to you, and I know you are, be strong, weather the storm. I know you're looking at leaving, or you've announced that you're leaving, your business is leaving the UK. 100% support it. The obvious place to come to is the United States of America. We still have freedom. We still have at least half a nation, and currently a majority of the nation, that believe in freedom, that believe in the spirit of America, that believes in the First Amendment and your ability to assemble, protest, and express yourself. So come to America. You're going to find the freedom that you want, deserve, and espouse is found here in America. Over these last 4 to 8 years, I've really gotten an appreciation for Ronald Reagan when he says, if we lose this beacon of freedom, the United States, the shiny city on the hill, if we lose it, there's nowhere else to go. And Great Britain, and what's happened to Great Britain and what's happening to TousiTV is a shining example. The way Australia handled COVID, no freedom there. They are just a woke nation also. So it just various things that have happened around the world in places that I see as freedom. Canada, the way they handled COVID, what they did to those trucker protests. There's no true freedom there. So these are all example of Reagan's, if we lose this beacon of freedom, this shiny city on the hill called the United States, there's no place to go. There's no true freedom. There's no freedom like Americans share, that is endowed by our Creator. It is in our Constitution. So if we lose America, America is the last stopgap on worldwide tyranny. So fight for America. TousiTV, come to America. There are a lot of voices here that share your outlook on life, and most certainly share and advocate for your freedom to speak your mind and to assemble. Looking forward to your announcement of where you are going. I will bet the farm that you're coming to the United States, and you're very much welcome. Maybe we'll get the opportunity to meet at some point. But to those that are watching, stand for freedom. If you can get to London on August 9th for the New Media Conference 2025, I believe is the correct title. This is hosted by TousiTV. Get there. We want to pump up their numbers. If you go to Tousi's channel on YouTube, sorry I don't have with me at the moment the code for 50% off your ticket. So spread this word. If you're in Britain, can get to Britain August 9th. Support the New Media Conference 2025 hosted by TousiTV. The venue has to be kept secret, and it's going to be kept secret until around 24 hours prior. This is to prevent protest, or try to minimize the amount of protest and people trying to threaten the venue, forcing the venue to shut them down. So that's the reason behind the 24-hour before the event release for the venue. But hey, get your 50% off tickets. Join TousiTV August 9th. Good luck. Thanks for joining.